Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Global Truth Center Toronto. It's our Sunday celebration of love, and I'm Reverend Helen Valleau. Happy to be with you here this morning. And along with me, joining me this morning is our lead practitioner, Lena DeSanto, and our beautiful guest musician, Aiden Farrell. Our theme for the month of July, which we're halfway through. How did we already get through halfway through July? I don't know. But our theme is letting go. Our vision statement is love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. And we come together each week to be reminded that there is a creative, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause back of all life. It is this loving, benevolent, compassionate, ever expanding cause back of all life. And let us recognize that this is who and what we are, and that we have the capacity to bring forth into our experience the abundance of every good thing that we desire. Recognizing love. Love is the sole impulse for creation, and no one can truly create what their heart desires without it. The whole universe is based upon consciousness, and consciousness includes love. Therefore, we can use this energy individually and collectively to recognize that we're actually part of something much greater than ourselves, and let go of, not get caught up in the minutia of everyday stuff. So to start us off this morning is our wonderful Aiden Farrell, and so I'm going to bring her in for our opening song. Hello, Aiden.
Hi, Helen.
It's a long time since we've had you with us.
I know.
Yes,
Good to be
delighted.
back.
We're delighted to have you. So take us away in your opening song.
All right. Thank you. There's a place where your heart can rest easy, where fields are green and us children go to play, where the troubles of tomorrow dissolve in joy today. Maybe we're not so far, but only a breath away. A timeless place, and one you might remember, where no one frets about counting down the days, a place you used to visit before hardened you became. Maybe we're not so lost, but only a breath away. You'll find your way back when you forget to make your lists. When you smell a summer flower or a laugh escapes your lips, you'll see it when you stop to pause and look above. You'll feel it when you gaze upon the face of one you love. And in this place, you'll find peace upon your pillow when you rest your head at the dimming of the day, where what would seem impossible is real in every way. Maybe we're not so far, but only a smile, only a tear, only a song away. Maybe we're not so far, but only a breath away.
That is the perfect opening song. And as I look at all the comments in the chat about what a beautiful, warm summer day it is, and it's sunny, and listening to your song, and I have all these images of being at the beach, like with a 50s veneer over everything. Just sort of lying in the sun and breathing and soaking up the rays. So thank you for that, Aiden. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, so yes, we are only a breath away, and we can all just take a moment to take in a breath and just feel the energy of the sun, the warmth, that energy of summer radiating down all around us, feeling that infinite light, that infinite energy. It's so lovely to just bask in those moments of presence, the moments of recognizing that the ultimate reality is one of love and joy, peace, harmony, presence, that we can just take in, that we can embody and live our life from. Knowing that we can use this energy and direct it consciously to create the life that we desire. One of the things as I'm finishing up my book for my thesis, I was writing on creating a vision and having a vision, no matter for our lives, it's expansive and fulfilling no matter what our age is, and to be able to really know that we can step into all that we desire at any stage and place in our life. And it's all a result of our own consciousness. So it's also about knowing about what you take a stand for and what you take a stand for in your vision, whether it's one of peace, love, harmony, compassion, community, abundance, safety, security, recognizing the oneness of all life, the oneness of this energy that we call spirit, God, universal presence that is through us as us. Knowing that we stand for the unity of all life and the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, the eternal givingness of life to all. It's also about recognizing the continuous stream of truth, truth with a capital T, that is run through all the great spiritual and philosophic teachings from times of antiquity right up to present day. That truth is the truth is the truth is the truth. It's immutable. That truth that there is an infinite power and presence. It's omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. It is creative and always this pulse of expansion to something greater and greater and greater that is more loving, more harmonious. So individually and collectively, we can create momentous change in our lives, in the lives of those around us, in the world, when we align ourselves and attune ourselves to love only, forgive everything, remember who we are. And so it is. And with that, I'm going to bring in our practitioner of the day, Lena DeSanto and Aiden Farrell, for our invocation song. There you are, two lovely ladies.
Good morning.
Okay. I am light, I am light. 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 I am not mistakes that I have made or any other things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dreams I left behind. I am light. I am light, 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 I am light. I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. am light.
Take a breath and breathe into that. Know that at every moment, in every situation, that light is within us. It's not something that we ask for outside of us. We become still, we connect with our true source, the source that connects us with all there is in the universe, to, to God, to reality, but coming back to that inner spark, that guides each and every one of us to do what is ours to do, to be who we are meant to be, and to live and breathe and love and joy and happiness, and just taking that time when all the frenzy around us making sense, just to stop, breathe, come back to that light within us, the true spark of who we are, and allowing that to be our guiding star, being from a place of love and joy, and knowing that all is well in this moment and the next moment. And for this, I'm grateful. I say thank you. I let it go. I let it be so. And together we say, and
I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am
Beautiful. We haven't heard that song in such a long time, and it's a great song. It's by India Arie, and she's taken all of her music off of Spotify, so I can't listen to it on Spotify either. Thank you, Aiden. Lena, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning, Helen. So good
Good
to be here with you.
Good to have you. So, our theme for July is letting go. And how is that impacting you? What are you letting go of internally? Beliefs, ideas about yourself that are limiting? What's showing up for you?
Well, it's interesting because earlier this week, the buck moon that they called it, it was all about, setting intentions of what we want to let go of. And I thought, I should really take a few minutes. And I thought, well, how coincidental, like I'm just starting with, it's been in the back of my mind, but in the busyness, we don't really, take notice. So I sat there and I thought, okay, letting go of what no longer serves me, what makes me feel heavy, and usually the stuff that makes me feel heavy is when I'm, looking at the circumstances that I have no control over in the world, right? Or how, people near and dear to me, what's affecting them in their lives. Again, I have no control over that. So it's letting go. And then it brought me to Byron Katie's work of loving what is.
Mm.
And she speaks of, that there's three types of business: my business, your business, and God's business. And it was a reminder that, when I'm mentally in your business and you're mentally in your business, it's like, well, who's living my life? Because I'm over there with you and with my thoughts, and there's nobody. Like she said, it creates separation. And I thought, oh, it's always like, whichever way you look at it, it always is about coming back to the self and
Mhm.
being present to, what am I thinking, and what can I do for me? Because I can't be living in your business or saying, oh, somebody should be doing this or this would be beneficial. It's like, but that's their business, or God's business of what's happening in the world with war. I can't control that, but I can certainly come back to my thoughts of, what can I do within me to be in that place of love and joy and raise my frequency and my vibration? So it's letting go of the fear and anxiety that arises whenever I'm paying attention to news, or whenever I'm seeing hurt or sadness within others. It's like, you know, they're in their business or their journey, and I can be there from my place, being within me, from that place of love and joy, and just raising my vibration. And so it's really interesting. And then I found a quote that just tied into that, where it says, I don't let go of my concepts, because we think what we're going to think, right? And thoughts always come up, and we have thousands upon thousands every day. And it's like, I don't let go of my concepts. I meet them with understanding.
Mm.
Then they let go of me. So
Mhm.
from that place of awareness, it's like, what am I thinking? And okay, so bringing it back to me. Okay, I'm understanding these thoughts now and my beliefs behind it. Okay, so then I'm in a place that, you know, those thoughts let go of me, because now I've come to them from a conscious awareness.
Yeah. Yeah. And as much as, I'd love for you to be in my world or my business, like, together. It's like, no, you don't need to be, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
And it's so easy, right? Because we're human. We want to be helpful with other people, and we don't want to see them suffering. And but at the same time, it's like, I can't live through their journey. I can just be present and be loved and be open, but take care of me. Like, it's like I need to be, it's like, okay, so who's living my life while I'm trying to figure out everybody else's, or the world, which I have no control over.
Mhm. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's so interesting because I was watching the news this morning and I was like, "Oh, oh, 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 wait a minute. This is like, wait a minute, where's the love here?" And it's like, yeah, the love is within.
Yeah.
And, to not let that be, let myself be distracted by that, by getting into other people's business.
Mhm.
So it's a good reminder. I like that. Thank you, Lena.
Yeah, and loving what is, right?
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
always comes back to, you know, I'm really sad. Okay, well, that's my thought, but and allow it. But then it's like, but what's the truth behind the thought?
Hmm. And the truth is the truth is the truth is the truth.
Exactly.
It's immutable, always. Yeah. Beautiful. Would you like to take us through our
Affirmation,
Affirmation.
absolutely. Okay, so I'll say it once so that we know what it is, and then we can all say it together wherever you are listening from. I release my attachments and open myself to the wonders of the universe. And together, I release my attachments and open myself to the wonders of the universe.
And so it is. Thank you. You know, I just love your wisdom and what you came up with and you're sharing today. Thank you.
Well, thank you,
You're so
Helen.
awesome. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to now bring Aiden back for our feature song.
Thank you. If I were a bird, I'd sing my song at sunrise. If I were a bird, I'd have the prettiest of tunes. Just like the ones you used to hear in times gone by. And I'd sing for you each time you cry. If I were a bird, I'd dance across horizons. If I were a bird, I'd have the prettiest of views. High in the clouds I'd go to watch upon the world below, and there I would watch for you. Ooh. Yes, if I were a bird, I'd tell you what I do. I'd always find a way to fly straight home to you. I'd always find a way to fly straight home to you.
Thank you, Aiden. Thank you so much. It's funny, I have birds that wake me up at 5:30 every morning. They're singing away, and we had some that made a nest just sort of in above the balcony just above us, so they'd fly underneath, and we'd see them parents carrying little twigs and sticks to build the nest, and then we heard the babies, and we put blankets on the underneath, because when the babies fall out, it's a long ways for them to fall. And we've tried to put different platforms up over the years to give them a shorter fall when they do fall out of the nest. We haven't quite mastered that yet, but we did have one little baby, and he used to sit on the chair. Of course, we had to make sure we kept the cat in. And he was all fluffy and cute and chirping away. And it's like, yeah, oh, the song of a bird is just quite phenomenal. So that has nothing to do with my talk this morning. It's just as a result of that delightful song. So my talk title, though, is I Am Who I Choose to Become. And if we recognize, we are human beings, and that these two words not only describe who we are, we are part of a particular species called the human species, but there's this also twofold nature to our identity. And of course, yes, the human part of us is who we are in this world of form. To say that we are body and mind, and these two aspects of our form identity make up our conditioned self. And our conditioned self is by genetics, environment, and what we've learned, and what our programs are. And then the being part, the actual being part, is the essence of who we are as this timeless, formless, unconditioned consciousness. So human and being, form and essence, are ultimately not separate. In the same way that, a ripple or a wave on the surface of the ocean is not separate from the ocean or from any other wave or ripple, although it may appear, it's just individualized. So to understand our beingness, our pure consciousness that emanates from the universal source of all life, as the light that emanates from the sun. But unlike the sun, however, universal source doesn't exist in time or space. It's completely unmanifested, and therefore, in a way, inconceivable. And yet we feel it, we practice touching into it, and we recognize that our consciousness emanates from this one source. Our consciousness emanates from this one source, so we can never be separate from it. Just as a ray of sunlight cannot be separate from the sun, it always remains connected to the sun. So, our source emanation pervades the entire cosmos, the entire quantum field. It is this intelligence underlying and guiding our own evolutionary process, but also the evolutionary process of the physical universe. So, what is important to recognize in all of this is that we are a work in progress as a human being. Or I can own it for myself. I'm a work in progress. But the great thing about that is I can also recognize that, I don't have to take life so seriously. I can have a sense of humor and a sense of lightness about everything. And I can let go of, what Lena was saying around any heaviness or attachments. And of course, this week I had to let go of a lot of attachments. After the board meeting on Sunday, Mahala and I had gone with a neighbor. We went to see two piano four hands at the Royal Alec, and I was just eating some food, and I thought, oh, I'll have a couple of spoonfuls of peanut butter. It's like, oh, it's my crack, natural peanut butter on a spoon, eating it. Oh, nothing better. Difficulty is I'm a little bit allergic to peanuts, so didn't think anything of it. I hadn't had it in a while. I thought, oh, I'll be fine. And Sunday night, in the middle of the night, I woke up with the worst headache I think I've ever had. And my body was on fire, and every muscle and joint in my body was hurting. And I had Derek actually get me a couple of Advil. And I thought, wow, I'm really having an allergic reaction to that peanut butter. I'm having an inflammatory response. I should maybe lay off peanut butter, listen to my body. And, Monday I wasn't feeling great. I did test myself for COVID and no. And then Tuesday, Derek and I were taking Mahala and Jason to the airport. They're on in Europe. And just before they're leaving, I'm lying on the couch. I'm shaking. I'm stiff. My head's pounding. And I said, I don't think I can go. I think your dad's going to have to take you on his own. And Derek's like, I think you better test yourself again. And sure enough, I had COVID. It wasn't the peanut butter. I had COVID. And I will say, I have never actually experienced an illness in my body like this. I went, wow, this is really quite something. And later on in the week, I woke up in the middle of the night and my legs were just pounding. And I thought, oh, how did people at the beginning of this, when it was so much worse for people, how did they get through it? And all the people that didn't get through COVID, and bless them. And I felt such profound empathy for people experiencing this, because it is not like anything I've ever experienced. I'm still recovering. Yesterday, Derek now has it as well. And yesterday I said, let's go for a walk. And literally we made it around the block in 15 minutes and we're so exhausted. And then I came back and went to bed. So I had to let go of a lot over the week. And I had to let go of the idea, because I really thought I was immune. I thought, I'm not getting it. But I realized I probably got it in the Washington airport a week ago, Friday. And so just letting go of any preconceived ideas of what I thought I would get or how it would affect me, and what I could do and not do this week. Like, really, I haven't done anything. I slept. Primarily, I have slept. That's about all I could do. So, I thought, really suffering offers us such an incredible way to become more empathetic to other people's suffering. And while, yes, it's not my business to fix anybody else and you don't need to fix me, I think us staying in an open heart space and really allowing ourselves to feel pain gives us that human commonality that as humans, we feel pain. And it doesn't matter how evolved our beingness is, we still are having this human experience, and to not let our hearts shut down and us fool ourselves to think that, we're so evolved we don't feel pain, because we do. Evolution is not just behind us, it's in front of us. And there's a purpose within every evolutionary process, including our own suffering. So, to allow that evolutionary impulse behind our experiences to support our own growth in consciousness. And our own growth in consciousness means not only knowing spiritual truth at all times, but also really keeping our hearts open to the depth and the breadth of emotions that we can all feel on this human journey. So, let us enter into conscious alignment with, the universal process of evolution, and also realize that we're having a human experience at the same time. And when we can start to recognize also that we're not the voices in our head, that incessant compulsive thinking, we can also step into a new dimension of consciousness, which we call presence or wakefulness. And it's really such an interesting process to hold both at once, that human dimension as well as the spiritual. So I invite you to ask yourself the question, what can you let go of that is not keeping your heart open to the human experience? And what can you let go of that is not allowing you to be in the being experience at the same time? What is that for you? And when we allow ourselves to walk both paths at the same time, we allow the world to make us conscious. And we're walking into challenges, and there's obstacles in life that are in our path, and yet each one of them is an opportunity for awakening, for becoming present, for deepening our state of presence. There's a quote that came up in Maria Shriver's Sunday paper, and I love her. She's just, I subscribe to her Sunday paper. It's just very delightful and informative, and she's deeply Christian, and so she has a lot of faith, a lot of conviction in serving humanity. And she had this quote in her Sunday paper today by John Lewis, who was an advocate for human rights. And he said, "It is so strange to me that we've learned to fly in the air like birds, learned to swim in the ocean like fish, shoot a rocket to the moon, but we have not yet learned how to live together in harmony with one another." And I thought, oh, that went so well with a podcast I was listening to this morning as well from Greg Braden. He has a series, I think there are 13 podcasts on YouTube. He's answering questions. They're just Q&As. And this one was about artificial intelligence, and it's thanks to Fran. She sent me the link to all of these. And he was saying that when we as human beings really open ourselves up to deep empathy and compassion for others, that we're not going to need the artificial intelligence that is being developed, because one of the big questions is do should artificial intelligence be developed to have compassion skills? And how do you do that? So, and how do you measure that in artificial intelligence? But he said, we haven't realized that we're perfect. As human beings, we are perfect. We say this, we are perfect, whole, and complete. And so we don't need to create anything artificially when we recognize and we come into our own perfection of who we are in this human being experience. And that does mean being incredibly compassionate to ourselves when we make mistakes, when we maybe miss the mark, and not allow ourselves to still know that we're not flawed at our core. We're just on a journey, and we can always course correct. So to recognize that our life isn't determined by what happens to us, but how we respond to what happens. And can we do that? Can we truly do that from a place of mindful empathy and self-compassion? And it reminds me of Christian Neff's work, saying this is a moment of suffering, recognizing that within us. We don't have to gloss it over because we're religious scientists, we're metaphysicians, and we go beyond the physical and back into truth. Yes, we do, but we can't do the spiritual bypass. This is a moment of suffering. All human beings suffer. Can I be kind, loving, and compassionate with myself in this moment? So can we practice that? Because then we can let go of the incessant chatter in our mind that tells us we're wrong, we're bad, we're not enough, this is stupid, all the judgments, the shoulds, the shouldn'ts, I should, you should, getting into other people's business. We can let it all go when we're willing to come back into those moments and be so tender and empathetic with ourselves. And we don't have to add to the collective unconsciousness of reactivity. And that's what happens. We get sucked up into this collective unconsciousness of fear and react, fear, react, fear, react. And going inert is reacting. We can bring the light of consciousness to every encounter, every difficulty that we have by coming back into our heart space and recognizing our moment of suffering, our shared humanity, and being kind, loving, and compassionate with ourselves. And so, recognizing that life always gives us what we need, and to use it as a way of evolving into a consciousness that knows that yes, we will suffer, and that's okay, and that we have the capacity to turn that injury into wisdom. So do you believe everything we experience in life has a strong evolutionary benefit? For if the universe always evolves, then we're always expanding into more. And we have the capacity to know that and to live from a place of who we want to become. Because I get to choose that. You get to choose that. Who do you want to become? Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And I'm going to bring up our affirmation or giving affirmation. I live in a universe of abundance as I freely and joyfully give to my spiritual center. I recognize I am the flow of abundance I share with all life. As I give, I receive, and so it is. And so we are continuing to give to the Red Cross this month, sorry. All right, now that I've been speaking for a while, my brain is starting to go a little bit foggy, and I'm feeling it a little bit in my chest here. So I will just let you know that if you need a practitioner, you can always contact a practitioner for support. And that, yes, we will continue on next week. But I'm going to bring Aiden back for our final song because I've just run out of steam, like literally run out of steam. And I will be going to lie down after this. So thank you so much for your patience with me this morning. And Aiden, I'm going to bring you back in. You know what this is like.
My voice was 100% gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't even say help from my bed.
All right. Well, you do have a voice, so take it away.
Thank you. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through just like you always do, till the blue skies go and drag those clouds away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long, and they'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through just like you always do, till the blue skies go and drag those clouds away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long, and they'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you,
you.
everyone. Much love to you all. We'll see you soon.
Thank
Bye
you,
for
Aiden and
now.
Helen and everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.